Hey guys, I'm back with another video. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, my name is Langston Pereira. I'm currently working on a music journey, um, but I will probably remain a small artist for like a long time because the music industry right now is like oversaturated, and I'm not sure what my sound's gonna be exactly. Um, for now, we could just say indie, but I don't know. I'm just at work on Christmas, as you can tell by the sweater. Let me get up. It's cute, huh? Yeah. Um, I just want to see how you guys are doing. Not off until tomorrow, so I haven't really gotten to work on anything content-wise, but we're just vibing out. I'm looking forward to the new year for sure. And then, fun fact, like, I'm actually about to be 28, and everybody's like so afraid of getting older, but I'm not. I look forward to it. Every year I learn something new. I get older and wiser, and some might say finer. Stop. But no, like, for real. So I don't mind, and it adds even more detail to the story that I'm gonna be, curating soon. Because I write music every single day, like every day, good, bad, doesn't matter. I just write, because it's again like a muscle that you build. So even when it's terrible, I still keep the idea because I was told to never get rid of any of your lyrics, and I did that throughout the years, which was very dumb because there was one lyric in particular that I loved, and I lost it thinking I had it on my phone, but I can't find it. Hopefully I find it. But yeah, I will never discard my lyrics again. I have like a shit ton in my voice notes on my phone, my Apple Watch, my iPad, video recordings, and then in the notes app and in the journal app and other apps. So yeah, literally I can tell you, if I went with every single one, I would have at least 200 songs. Isn't that sad? Like, I scrapped so much. I could have had even more, and it could have like combined stuff to make masterpieces, but it's cool. You live, you learn. Best part about aging. And that looks off. Let's scrap that. But anyway, I hope you're having a great Christmas. This is gonna be like a much quicker video because, I don't want all the noise in the background to like interrupt. So, but I'm at the 2 minute mark. I don't want to upload something in 2 minutes, so I'll add to this video for sure. And maybe like give or take an hour, 2 hours from now, I'll add to this video. So I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, okay, I'm back. Took off my sweater because I work in the kitchen, so it gets hot fast. So I took it off within like the first 10 minutes of me going out there, and then back to kind of what I was saying earlier. Yeah, so I don't know what my sound's gonna be because I grew up with a bunch of different influences, from Backstreet to NSYNC to Boyz II Men to Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Selena Gomez. The list goes on. The Temptations. Like, I literally have so many different genres that I love, that's kind of like, I don't know what my sound's going to officially be. So in the meantime, I'll just be like considered indie. But I was always told, and this could be like a backhanded compliment, that I have a colorful voice because like never really honed in on the training. Okay, we'll continue this conversation later because these bitches are noisy. Hey guys, alright, so I decided to finish out the video tonight because I actually was gonna end up doing it tomorrow. But I was like, nah, I still got stuff like I want to say. Also, look at my cute charm bracelet. I got it off Etsy. This is supposed to be worn every single day to remind me to like never stop writing music or putting music first. But I haven't been wearing it because working in the kitchen, like, it's not a great idea. And every time I wear it, one of my coworkers we always like have a little bit of horseplay, and then it comes off, and I'm like, this bracelet's way too valuable for me to just lose it. So I haven't been wearing it to work, but I'll probably start wearing it again to work. I don't really care. Um, but yeah, like I was saying earlier, the music industry right now is like very, very oversaturated. So I'm like, I'm holding off. Plus I want to like work on my vocals because I can kind of do some whistle notes, but it's not like Mariah Carey level. But then I also have a more, like I said, a backhanded compliment from what people say to me is like a colorful voice. And it can be a compliment, but then it could also be a negative. But I've tried to look at the positives of it because for like a while I had a very like monotone way of like singing, and it was like so broken up where it was like, okay, he's just talking. Like even with like a rap flow that I like try to occasionally do, my cadence is like awful, so I've been improving a lot. But there's like also a lot of different things and nuances that I have to like pay attention to when it comes to music and singing. So I kind of just like have been working on improving, and I used to have a vocal coach, but it was like during the start of the pandemic, and it also was like a very far drive, plus it was like expensive, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know. But I've never lost passion for music. It's just growing up, you didn't get that encouragement, and then you had people in your corner who also like tried to basically say that you can't do something, and I think that's where I had stalled, because I could have been better by now. I could have been incredible actually, but I had to learn the hard way, never give up. And that's just kind of like a synopsis of like where I'm at. Is like now I'm making it happen. Like I don't care who says this, who says that. I don't care if they're like, "Oh, you'll never make it." Yes, I am. I'm going to make it the way I want to make it. And if you rock with me, you do. If you don't, who gives a fuck? Cuz I don't. Um there's a lot of people out there who have a bunch of people who are against them. Like, for instance, Taylor Swift. There's a lot of people who are like, oh, she's generic. Oh, she's basic. Oh, she's this, she's that. She can't sing. Yet she has millions of fans, like, and supporters. And I'm also a fan of her, so it's kind of like, same thing with Beyonce. A lot of people are like, oh, she steals people's music. She's not creative like that. Yet she still has millions of fans. So it's kind of like, it really is subjective. And a lot of people will say, yeah, you're good. And others will say, you can't sing. Some people say that about Rihanna. But yet, she is one of the most arguably impactful when it comes to the culture. And her Anti album did numbers. So it's like, she can't sing, but yet you guys support her. So clearly she can sing. She may not be using the proper techniques from what I've heard over the years, but it's like, at the end of the day, your music doesn't have to be for everybody, and that's okay. People aren't gonna like you, and that's also okay. It's just a matter of being okay and being comfortable with people not liking you, and that's something that I had to like learn the hard way. And now I don't give a fuck if you love me or like me. Perfect. If you don't, sorry, go find somebody else who's on your level or whatever. But to those who do support me and want to watch my journey, I wholeheartedly appreciate you, because it's not often that you get people who are supporters. And when you do, you got to hold on to that shit. You got to cherish it. Sorry if I look a little crazy. I just ate some bomb ass ham, mind you. And I got a big ass forehead. And I keep trying to grow my hair out to kind of hide it a little bit, but whatever. It's okay. But yeah, honestly, as of right now, I'm not sure what my sound's gonna be. I think I'm gonna just stick to indie for a while till like I clean my vocals up the way that I want them to sound. But I'm leaning more towards like pop, but not like your traditional like bubblegum pop. I want like kind of like the One Direction, NSYNC, Backstreet, and things like that, because I like dancing. I love adding like a 1-2 step or like a whole choreo. Like, I just love that. And that's why like I'm very big on like Britney Spears, the Pussycat Dolls, Tate McRae. Like, I love that. Like, it's just something that I've always been interested in. And I learned how to do the splits at one point because was I grew up on the Pussycat Dolls. Oh god, I just spat. Oh fuck. What a mess. Anyway, I grew up on the Pussycat Dolls. So it's kind of like I'm naturally leaning more towards like the performative dance singing side rather than just like standing there looking good and singing, like, you know? And that's kind of what I want to do, but I also want to learn how to play the piano completely 100% sight read, play the guitar, acoustic and electric, but I also want to do the drums because I want to be a person of multiple facets. Like, I don't want to just be categorized into one little box. Like, I want to be able to give my all. It's just the matter of really like working on it every single day because like I said, it's like muscle memory in some instances, so you got to really work on it to make that muscle stronger. But then there's also like the actual like vocal agility that I want to like be able to gain so I can sustain notes longer, so I can hit higher notes because I'm classified as a tenor. But if you use like the singing app, I forgot what it's called, they classified me as a bass. So for a while I was like confused, but I tend to lean more towards the tenor side because I do have a higher talking voice, but I do also heighten it. So this isn't like my natural like voice, but it's kind of hard because I've been doing it for so many years that I don't really know how to like keep my like natural voice. And if you can kind of hear it, it sounds a little like forced. It's because it is. Like, I'm trying to lower it back to like what it was, but I'm still working on that. That's a process. That's been a process. And like when I do sing and I sing from that perspective of it, it sounds much better than if I sing from this. Like, this is like not even necessarily like my chest voice or my mixed voice. This is like more leaning more towards my head voice, but I'm trying to like keep it in my chest voice, but it's not happening. So I have a lot of like unlearning to do and like relearning how to like restructure it the way I'm supposed to. But when it comes to singing, I'm actually able to master a little bit more in my mixed voice. My head voice, I'm still working on that because I have like for a male, my choir professor was like, I can hit where the she said like the altos and sopranos are, and I was like, thank you. And she's like, that's actually very unique. And I was like, stop, you ain't gotta make me feel better. But I actually was, and this was like when I had a harder time doing I would say like when I was doing ear training, I would always go for their sound and I would always get lost where I was supposed to be. But now that I've like actually had more hands-on with like music and stuff, I can stay within my range of the bass and the tenors. And then I found out that the tenors aren't supposed to look at the treble clef. We're supposed to look at the bass clef. So that also kind of fucked me up over the years. So, you know, I've been learning. I've been also teaching myself, and that's been like the biggest help because I can go at my pace. And then when I go, the thing is like when I go at my pace, it allows me to correct my mistakes. But if I go at other people's pace, they're like, okay, you have to know this, and this by this time. And you're like, bro, that's why I kind of left choir, because they wanted me to learn 6 different pieces of music. Then I had an additional class that I had to take in congruence, and they wanted me to learn 2 extra pieces of music, and all of those were in different languages. Then they wanted me to learn one for like a musical, and I'm like, bro, I barely know what I'm doing music wise, and you want me to learn 4 different languages. 2 of them were standardized, English songs, and the other ones, there was one in Hebrew, French. I had one in Spanish. That was for the other class, and I had the musical one. Tell Me Who to Love, something like that. And I was just like, and that was at the time that also was like falling out of love with like the idea of being in love. So that did not help my case whatsoever. And I just lost interest. And then there was like 2 other songs were in like a different language. I was just like, I'm over it. I don't care. And then you want me to have a grade and then perform. Like, yeah, it was just a lot going on. So I left, but I didn't realize music was still a part of me that I like wanted to fully tap into. And here I am. And that's what I'm doing. But yeah, like I said, I have tons of influences, and it's just me now working on finding my sound, and finding like the right tone for my voice, because I also hear like oftentimes they're like, oh, that like style of music, it doesn't suit this person, but I want pop to suit me, and I'm going to make it happen. Like, I don't care. Like, and I want to use like as minimal auto-tune as possible. Like, I know sometimes it's impossible to go without using auto-tune or like pitch correction, but I want to. Like, I don't care. Like, because how are you supposed to be this great live singer if you need that, and if you use it on the regular as like a crutch? And I'm not that. Like, I'd rather have a bunch of terrible performances before I have good ones and great ones, because at least I know it's authentic, it's real, and it's just raw. Like, that's what I'm here for. Like, on TikTok, I have so many videos where I did a good job, but then I have others where it's like, ooh, or it like fell flat. And I'm okay with that, because it's a learning curve for me. Like, it's a process, and I want people to see authenticity at its finest. Like, you're not gonna be a Mariah Carey or like a Bruno Mars overnight, And I feel like that's important. And not a lot of people are willing to show the ugly before it starts to get pretty. Like, and that's why I'm happy to take this journey and like actually capture it. Because normally I'm like, okay, like I'll learn how to do all this stuff, but then I don't capture it because I'm like, I don't need to. But then I'm like, it would be pretty cool to see like the progress. And on top of that, like, I always find stuff like that very fascinating, and the digital age allows you to capture the moment, especially before the big moment happens. It's like, why not take that? So, yeah, and I'm gonna end up combining this video with another video, so I guess I better end it here, because it's gonna become a long video and long-winded. I mean, it's already that, but I'm at 14 minutes. But the other video ended up being like 2 minutes, so I guess I can go a little bit longer. But yeah, I enjoy music so much. Like, this has a microphone on it, a heart for my love of music. It has the music notes. It has where's that? A cassette tape, because I also love the old fashioned stuff. And then it has an L for my name, or when I take a L on stage from time to time. But yeah, I'm just a big fan of like music in general. I listen to music every single day for at least 2 hours minimum, like, not even joking. And I always, for the last 10 years, on a Thursday night or a Friday, I go and download new music and I listen to new music, whether it's rap, R&B, pop, rap hip not rap hip hop, hip hop mixed with pop, because like hip hop it has more like a grungy like style, but I've listened to where it's just like straight up rap, like there's no backtrack or anything, or like, it's just straight up bars. And I do also want to work on like being able to have a flow of my own, because let's be real, I love me some Nicki Minaj. Like, I I just love Nicki, but I also love, different female rappers, and I do live for the culture. Like I do. Like hip hop is very very impactful, and it's also kind of like molded and shaped who I am, partly because, you know, I used to listen to like different people on the come up and stuff, and then I used to listen to Nas a lot, and then I remember if I Ruled the World with Nas and Lauryn Hill, like that was big. Like I ruled I'm not gonna get into vocals right now, but nonetheless, like I just think a lot of people don't appreciate the culture for what it has done and what it can do. Like you learn about so many different walks of life through listening to rap and like hip hop in general. And I really just love and respect the craft. So it's like if I could improve in that, why not? Even though I'm not gonna be a rap artist, like why not still, be a jack of all trades? Life is too short to just have one skill and like a narrow mindset. I'm all about that growth mindset. It used to be a fixated mindset. Then I got older. I learned you can do anything you put your mind to. Even if a million people are against you, you can still do what you gotta do. Damn, this chair is fucking dirty, bro. But yeah, like honestly, don't be licking my forehead too long. But yeah, and I like want to be able to like restore a little bit of what was lost in music from like 2010, 2015, and like 2013 when you had like certain eras of like Beyonce, Taylor Swift, or even like Rihanna. Like, and that's kind of what the most troublesome part of this whole journey is. It's like, okay, but you gotta narrow down. Like, you could switch up genres later, kind of like Beyonce, how she did pop, she did R&B and soul, and then she's doing country. Like you could do that, just not now, all in one. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm all I do is just follow my heart, my passions, my goals, and set new goals and stuff. And all I want to do is just live my life the best to my ability and not care if I'm the biggest thing out there or because I also want to be independent for a while. Like I'm not signing to no label, and we'll see how far I go. Like honestly, for some reason, like my mind is not limited, and I can. I mean, it's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely a good thing. It's not a bad thing at all, but it's also kind of like a double-edged sword because on one hand it's like, oh, that's good, you don't have like a limited mindset and so you can keep growing. But the problem is I think I could like become just as big as like mainstream artists doing it by myself, and it's like that is, I mean, it could be possible, but it's like that's a lot of fucking stress and work because then I mean here's another fun fact. I'm like really good at promo and I'm like really good at designs and like photography and videography. So I could literally like shoot and design my own music video, but that would be very stressful. And then the promo, plastering myself everywhere, like that'd also be stressful. And like I still would need to be doing my vocal warm-ups, my lessons, all that. Yeah. So I have a lot going. And maybe tomorrow I'll post my like first cover or something. But we shall see. Because I normally just post like quick little snippets on TikTok. But I've been taking a break from TikTok. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a good night. Merry Christmas again. And if you see this the following day, I hope you have a great new year because it's definitely going to be a great one for me. And this time I'm changing up everything. I'm following my heart, my intuition, everything. And I don't care about the naysayers or anyone who is not going to be a light in return, because one thing I can do is I can tolerate a lot of negative and because I can't talk, that's something I can't do. I can tolerate a lot of negativity, but one thing I'm not going to do next year is allow that negativity to hinder my dreams or hinder what I have going on in general. I'm not doing it anymore. I let that happen for way too long. And I normally don't have any regrets, but that's something I definitely regret. Like, I should have just came out of high school or middle school, and I should have just joined choir in high school and focused on. Well, actually, I should have did all this in middle school. I'm not even gonna lie, but we all live, we learn, and things. I do feel like sometimes happen for a reason, but sometimes I feel like you can change your circumstances and control what it is. And yeah, sorry, I'm over here making like a little heart, but yeah, I love you guys. You have a great night, and I hope I inspired you. And hopefully, I can record some content tomorrow on my day off. Oh shit! Hold on. Let me fix this heart, and then I'll close out the video. Okay. Bye.